Hi, we're here at the Aspire Player Show here at Boulder Valley Ice. To the right of me, I have number 11, Nick Kuhn. And to the right of him, Martin Bakula, number 15, both defensemen. Thanks for joining me today, gentlemen.
No problem.
It's good to have you guys on the show. First off, I want to give the fans a chance to get to know you guys just like all the other players so far. So just talk a little about your previous playing experience and how you ended up with the Rough Riders. Cool.
So I was deciding between Tampa Bay Juniors and Colorado Rough Riders, and actually Colorado Rough Riders won because Colorado, and I think the hockey is better right here than in Florida. So that was kind of my decision. I actually know the people here, I got friends here, and I think that helped me a lot to kind of settle here and start playing for Rough Riders.
How about you, Nick?
Last year I was in Europe, and towards the end of their season, Paul contacted me and asked me to come over for their trade deadline last season, and then this summer I kept in contact with the Rough Riders, and everything was going well, and Paul just asked me to come back this season, and then so I started this season with you guys, and then mid-season some stuff kind of happened. I was sent away from the team, and then once again at the trade deadline I was asked to come back and play.
Awesome. So you mentioned how you stepped away from the team a little bit. Do you see any differences or major differences between the team when you were first with them at the beginning of the season and when you were with them at the end of the season?
Yeah, I see a couple differences. One of the major things I've noticed is the skill level. Obviously at the beginning of the season we did have some skill, but with bringing in Pilkington, Dora, and some of the other major key components of the team, I feel like we have a better skill set and just a better team in general.
Definitely some acquisitions made by Coach Paul DePoy there and general manager. You mentioned it briefly, but you two actually did a living switch where Martin came and lived with your family and Nick went with Martin's family in the Czech Republic. Can you each just talk a little bit about your experience, what you got out of it, living in the family, a different culture, playing hockey in a different country? Why don't you go ahead and start, Nick?
It was an amazing experience. A couple years ago we were just talking to Martin's dad and our family friends. We've been family friends forever, and we both talked about how we want to go to different countries, and so I just went out. I lived with Martin's family, and they accepted me just like a son, and it was absolutely amazing. And obviously, you experience the culture of that team, or the culture of the country, and as well as the culture of hockey in those different countries. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot of creativity because in Europe they do play on a bigger sheet of ice, and working on that sheet of ice, you learn a lot more things, and I feel like it's just grown bigger hockey.
Absolutely. How about you, Martin? What do you experience?
I agree with Nick. His family just accepted me as a son, and it was a great experience. Almost like kind of everything. So everything is different. It's like different food, and school is different. I mean, I experienced a new school. That was like a blast for me. Then different hockey, definitely. Going from the European size ice to the US ice, that was pretty big too. The hockey's a lot faster here, and I think here's a little bit better, like the bigger level of hockey. I would say.
Definitely, since you guys both experienced switching the ice size and different perspectives. Let's move forward a little bit towards this weekend, talk a little bit about playoffs. So right now you guys are tied with the Salt Lake City Moose for 4th place, which would be home ice. And you control your own fate still because you guys win the tiebreaker because you have more wins than the Salt Lake City Moose. So you pick on the Evolution this weekend, are only 5-38. How do you feel about your chances that you'll be able to win 2 games in a row and secure home ice tonight, Martin?
I think we feel pretty confident about that. We won every game against Evolution so far. I think we know how to play them. We got the motivation right now to go to playoffs, so we got to play playoff hockey. Evolution, they didn't make the playoffs, so we just got to go over them, and we just need to hope for Salt Lake to lose the games to Casper this weekend.
Absolutely. Salt Lake City Moose are taking on the Casper Coyotes twice this weekend. They stay at the top of the Mountain Division. Let's talk about the Salt Lake City Moose. You split with them last weekend, 1-1. You played them, you've already seen their 7 games this season, whatever you see with every other team. You know what they look like. You're going to be playing them, whether it's here or Salt Lake. What do you need to prepare for them? You know what they're like. What needs to be done in order to win this upcoming series against them in the playoffs?
Yeah, Salt Lake, they're throughout the season that they can come and play any day, but at the same time they can kind of fall asleep on us in some games. But with the Moose, I feel like we need to play physical and fast on them. They like to back off after you start playing physical. And like I said before, it's hit or miss, but in playoff hockey, you have to come ready to play, your toughest game of the season every night. So they're definitely a team to look out for. You can't overlook it by any means. But I'm pretty confident if we play physical and work the puck well, we can beat them.
Cool. Martin, you've been a defenseman, very solid, been part of this team, stayed away from injuries this entire season. What do you think your role has been on the team as the season's grown on?
I think, so I play with Alex Arias, which is, we're called the Euros.
Yeah.
So I think he's helping me a lot. I think we have kind of the same mentality from Europe, like the same plays, and we kind of think the same way. So I think that's like a huge part of it. I think so I played for Roston Valley High School last year, and that was kind of a not as physical hockey and not that many fights. And when I came to Rough Riders, it was real physical. The first 3 games we played were in Casper, which is a really good team, and that was a kind of shock for me. And I think I kind of got a little bit more physical towards the end of the season, the regular season. And I think it's not just me; it's like the entire team.
Definitely learning and growing as the season goes on. Nick, you're a 20-year-old, so you're coming to the end here. Your last year eligibility here for juniors and with the Rough Riders. What do you hope to accomplish in the end of the season?
Well, at the beginning of the season, we always said we wanted to go deep in playoffs, and at the beginning of the season, we kind of learned quickly that we do have the skill and we have the work ethic to do it. And so by my understanding or perspective, I feel like we can go very deep in the playoffs. As a 20-year-old, you obviously want to play as long as possible, but I've been very fortunate with this team that we do have the confidence that I think we can go deep and we can win our division, and from there it's just coming to play and working hard to win the conference and finally the Ford Cup. So
absolutely, we wish you best luck. We'll be playing the last regular season home game here at Boulder Valley Ice on Friday. Make sure you join us there as the Rough Riders take on the Evolution. We hope to see you guys there. For Rider Vision, Nick Ortiz.